All praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Shai. All praises for the Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that have been and continue to teach the true gospel. Salute to the Akim, spreading the true gospel on the streets and lanes of the city, on the highways and hedges, and on the World Wide Web. Much love to the humble Akwath, who learn in silence with all subjection and are in righteous order under the men of Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Raza from the Church of Philadelphia camp. And hey, the Lord just put in my spirit to go into, many are called, but few are chosen. Right? And also go into, if you're scared, say you're scared. And if you're scared, get out of the way. All you 2/3 protecting Esau, Edom, and his nation, get out of the way. Go somewhere. Go sit down somewhere. But this is for men, real men, because, hey, it is scary. If you're not rooted and you haven't counted the cost, you're going to get blown over. And, hey, that's why I pray for a mighty spirit every day. That the Lord keeps, in that mighty spirit. Because without him, hey, man, in this flesh, you can let any little thing get you down, right? And keep you down. But the Lord has proven time and time again, he doesn't need many men. He only needs a few brave men. That's why he said many are called, but few are chosen. And Lord willing, I want to have the faith to endure to the end. I want the Lord to provide me the faith to endure to the end. Not that I can do anything, but pray that he provides me that faith and that mighty spirit to endure to the end. That I'm not just called, but chosen. And, sometimes I just open up the Bible and, wherever it lands. And I just, hey, look through it and see what hits me. And this is what happened here, now. But many times I've been doing that, right? And that's how I come up with the little short videos. And for this one, enough of me babbling, but for this one, this is when the Lord was dealing with Gideon, right? And he had many men with him. And it went down to a small number. Thousands to a few hundred, right? And the Lord kept breaking that number down to show his glory, to show that things are done through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, not through numbers, not through man's might, not through a creature and what he thinks he's done, but through the Creator. He says, I'll show you, the few men that you need because I'm with you. Basically roughly paraphrasing. But enough of me talking. Let's get into the precept. This is the book of Judges, chapter 7. Go to 2. Start at 2. And Yahweh said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved me. Yeah. And that's what we do, right? Well, hey, that's why this pride thing is breaking so-called leaders down. So-called big Israelite leaders, hey, they being broken down because they think they built their church, or they built their camp by themselves, by their the way they break down the precepts, the way they interpret the doctrine, right? That's why you got so many people trying to get creative with it, put a little spin on it, to gain members, not to actually, just preach the word in truth and sincerity, but to actually gain members. And so hey, no new thing under the sun. It's happening now, and it happened back then. And this is the spirit that, some of you Israelites are in right now. The same spirit that was in, those men, which is why Yahweh had to put that decree out there in terms of he going to bring the number down. It says, now therefore, go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there returned of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. Woo! So he had a lot of men with him. Hey, but 22,000 said, I'm not about this life. And that's what goes on here too. People pick up the plow, and hey, as soon as it get a little tough, hey, that's why these guys saying, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite anymore. As soon as it got a little tough, hey, that's too much for me. That fire is too hot. So they went back like a dog returned to his vomit. And you got to pray for that mighty spirit, because the Lord has to give it to you. And that's what I pray for, to keep that mighty spirit on me, and to release that pride demon, because that's a demon. Here the Lord has let you know that this is a perfect gift from him. And you think you're doing something. You ain't done nothing. You ain't done nothing. But have been called. The Lord has predestined his men to be chosen. You got to pray for that. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. We don't dare put ourselves in that number until we get beamed up. We're on them ships. We're on the Father ship. Then we know. Other than that, we got to stay humble.